What do ceiling fans, loose bolts, and vintage diners have in common? That's right, they're all part of Death's twisted toolbox. After 14 long years in the grave, Final Destination is back, and it's sharper, bloodier, and somehow funnier than ever. Today, we're diving into Final Destination, Bloodlines, the 6th chapter in a franchise that reminds us one very important thing. This time, we follow Stephanie Reyes, played by Caitlin Santajuana, a high schooler tormented by nightmarish visions of her grandmother, Iris. And these aren't your average bad dreams. We're talking full-on, blood-drenched, premonition-level terror. The story flashes back to 1968, where Iris, played by the ever-haunting Gabrielle Rose, survives a disaster at the grand opening of the Skyview restaurant. Sound familiar? Yep, the classic Final Destination formula is intact. Someone sees death coming, saves a few people, and then the real killing begins. Unlike earlier entries that focus more on the mechanics of death, Bloodlines leans into legacy. There's a heavy sense of generational dread. Stephanie's visions tie directly to Iris's survival, making it a curse that spans decades. And that gives this film a fresh layer. It's not just about who dies next, it's about whether fate itself can be rewritten across bloodlines. Spoiler, it can't. Death doesn't like to be cheated, as Iris says, and boy does this movie keep that promise. Caitlin Santajuana carries the film well. She's sympathetic without being bland, and you genuinely root for her, even when she makes questionable choices. Gabrielle Rose is magnetic as Iris, bringing gravitas to the film's more ominous moments. But let's talk about the standout, Richard Harmon as Erik. He's tattooed, pierced, and painfully charming. His scenes are soaked in tension because, well, you just know he's marked. And that's the brilliance of this franchise, that the suspense doesn't come from if someone dies. It's the how. And let me tell you, this movie nails it. Let's talk kills, because really that's why we're all here. Bloodlines goes back to basics. Simple setups, everyday objects, and cruel twists of fate. A harmless ceiling fan? Decapitator. A spilled drink? Death sentence? There's even a death involving a stray bolt that had me side-eyeing my entire toolbox afterward. The creativity is alive, and so is the dread. You feel every setup, every misstep, every near miss. Visually, the film is polished. Christian Siebel's cinematography bounces between eerie 60s nostalgia and cold modern anxiety. Rachel O'Toole's production design is grounded, keeping the horror tactile, which makes it all the more effective. One thing that surprised me, the tone. There's a dash of dark humor this time around. Not slapstick, but that dry, knowing smirk that creeps in just before someone gets obliterated, and weirdly it works. Now, is it perfect? No. The climax leans a little too far into CGI spectacle. And the logic? Well, let's just say Death's rules have always been flexible, but honestly, it doesn't matter. Final Destination. Bloodlines doesn't try to reinvent the wheel. It just sharpens the blades, oils the gears, and lets the machine run wild. For longtime fans, it's a love letter. For newcomers, it's a chilling introduction. So, should you watch it? If you've ever looked at a kitchen appliance and thought, that could kill someone, then yes, this one's for you. Final Destination. Bloodlines is smart, spooky, and surprisingly self-aware. Let me know your favorite kill scene in the comments, and no spoilers or deaths coming for you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep your eyes open. Because in this franchise, death is always watching. Thanks for watching. More reviews dropping every week. Until then, stay alive.